Good morning. I'm Rob, the dog father, aka the dog and Pizzle. This is the Dog and Pizzle podcast, and I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Pizzle. Hello, everybody.
And we got our guest here. It's all good.
It's all good.
Sal.
It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. What's up, guys? Thank you for having me here at Dog and Pizzle podcast. It's an honor.
We wanted to take some time today to get to know who Sal is outside the lines. Sal, for people who don't know you off the courts, tell us a little about yourself.
Sure, absolutely. Sinner saved by grace. I'm a great believer of Jesus Christ. Has overcome a lot of things, and the journey continues. I'm a father. I'm a single father. I have two wonderful children. My son, 18, he's heading to the Air Force, and my daughter, Olivia, she got accepted to FSU and studying anesthesiologist.
Wait a second.
Wow.
How do you have two kids that age? You're like 22 yourself, man. That you like.
I had an arranged marriage. So.
I guess the arrangement didn't work out for you.
Yeah, exactly. Don't go to that crew who picked out the wife. Are they still in business? Is that operation still around?
No, they shut down.
I heard that. That's something we have in common.
The first one's always practice.
Yes. Yeah. It's all about all good here today.
I work in iMind Mental Health Solutions, and that's something that I'm passionate about going through, as what we spoke about, going through our hardship, whether it's divorce or just personal battles that we have, or, battles with battling our own demons. I know that for men's mental health is such a crucial thing. And so I'm so happy and glad to be part of iMind Mental Health. Because they're there.
Yeah, I want to just kind of add in something real quick on that, because last season or 2 seasons ago here at Whispering Pines in the Ebola 3-5 league, there was one night where I allowed my anger to come out, if you will. And at that moment, I've seen you at Whispering, and we never talked that much. And you immediately grabbed me. You were like, come walk with me.
Right.
Subscribe.
Leave a comment.
Drop us a line.
Junior, today.
What are you waiting for?
And immediately your presence, I'm here. Tell me what's going on without saying it.
Yes.
Sat there, and for some people who are in mental health, they'll want to give you, or people in general, this is what's going on. This is what you don't get upset. It's just a game. They may want to just tell you versus just sit back and listen. And I felt like I had 100% of your focus.
Yes.
And that moment, which is about maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I felt like a connection was made, a bond was made, and you didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you were just kind of like doing your own thing. You weren't running that league. You do a lot with leagues, but you were here. You took time out and you went out there with me. So
That's right.
when you're sitting here saying that that's a passion of yours, you believe it, you actually that because you take the action. You walk the walk.
Yes, exactly, Mark.
Yeah.
And with that said, 2 things I want to bring up. We're all humans. We all have our own struggle, and pickleball for us is an escape. And I totally understand how everyone has different walks of life. We don't know the challenges that we face. So to knowing that in my head is to always treat everybody with kindness, And the most important thing is also having just a good listening ear, And now you might ask, I had that 100% attention to you. You know why, Mark? Because it was displayed to me when I was in that position. When I've in my lowest or my rock bottom, someone, my partner or my sponsor had actually shown me the way to do that. So that transferred to me, and that night was giving it back, man. Giving it back. And that's what it was all about for me.
Yeah, it just shows you like we don't have to do it alone. It's always important to have people around you that can bring you up or take you out of that dark place or that situation. I want to circle back about iMind too and what they do for the community, because actually I'd met Josie here a couple years ago too, and she had always spoke about iMind, and that they've actually personally affected my family as well. I'm an anxiety sufferer myself for many years. I brought that up. My daughter, who's 9 years old now, has had anxiety since she's about 4 or 5, and she actually goes to iMind once a week, and we've seen tremendous progress from that place alone.
And like as I mentioned, iMind is a one-stop shop for mental health solutions. So from specialty treatment, which that's what I do there. I'm a neuroservice technician. I'm talking about major depressive disorder and resistant depression. We have a specialty treatment for that.
Yeah, so I mean, like this is the goal of the Dog and Pizzle. We're not just talking about like, what's going on in pickleball. We want to get to know people off the courts, and also we want to highlight, resources in the community, because we're a pickleball community. We're friends, it's not just what happens on the courts, but off the courts too. We support each other.
When we were setting up, people walk by like, oh, what is this? And it's a podcast. And they said, okay, a podcast about pickleball, I'm assuming. And we said, yeah. I said, yeah, but not just about pickleball. Also getting to know the person outside of the court, because so many times like, hey, Rob, let's go get a game. And we talked about this. We go play a game when we get done, but we really don't know about somebody. And so we're now taking their passion or something and tying it into pickleball. And you did that day again by coming over, talking to me. You do that when you come around, when you walk through, because like we had Roberto on last week. And when Roberto walks through, when you walk through, it's like people stop what they're doing. Sal. And it's like, dude, you have it takes you probably a half an hour to walk from the parking lot over here to the challenge course, because it's like, royalty walking up.
Like mayor status.
Yeah, I know.
Shake, I can only talk about sentimental stuff for so long, so I got to bring it back to a little bit of a funny story. So we had an event here probably about a year and a half ago, and Sal was on vacation at that time. And I said, it's not going to be the same without Sal here. So I got to work, and I am not very artistic, but we made a Sal on the stick, and we brought him to the event. And people took pictures with Sal on a stick, and he might have played some pickleball that night. So we're gonna leave him here on the side. But yeah, so Sal kept Sal on a stick, but then Sal has some funny stories about what took place after the Sal on the stick was introduced that night. So tell us a little bit about that.
I take pictures a lot because I was basically, with my health journey, I was 405 pounds. And when I start losing and seeing progress in itself, again, working on my mental health first before the actual physical. So when I saw progress, I like to take pictures and all that. And that's literally how this whole selfie came into life. I thought about it. I go, when you spell the word selfie, why not just replace that E and then call it selfie? And then boom, and then it just made famous, and it stuck around from there. But that night, that event that Rob was talking about, man, he took it to a different level. Actual, selfie stick. Like it was so funny. Like, bro, thank you for that.
So people came up to Sal afterwards and actually asked or reached out to him and said, "Are you okay?" Yeah. They thought that something had happened to Sal, and this was like a tribute to him or something.
Yeah,
Sal.
In memory.
God forbid. So we have living proof here that Sal is okay. Yeah. All right, he's here. Now we have two Sals here. We have Sal on a stick and Sal on a chair.
Literally, it was actually, I was on vacation, and then this happened. And so when I came back, man, I just remember, I think it was Will. I'm calling you out, Will. You're like, Sal, I thought something happened to you. I'm like, what? What are you talking about, man? He goes, I saw an event that you guys had and for Bola, and then I saw a picture of you, bro. I thought something happened. That happened. I'm alive. I just went on vacation and I missed that. That event. So it was pretty funny. It was hilarious.
The community obviously is a driver for our podcast, but also it's about pickleball, right? How did you get into pickleball?
I got into pickleball but before that, I'm gonna say about 4 years, about maybe 4 or 5 years, my dad Bo has been wanting to play pickleball and introduce us to pickleball. My talked about it with my brother and I, and we said, no, we're good. After 2021, my brother Mark started to play, and he said, there's a group of us playing. I want you to try it. And I was like, pickleball, what is that like? And knowing that I have, badminton background, play recreational ping pong, I was like, sure, why not? It's just a paddle and a ball, right? And I came here to Whispering Pines, and the community was just very welcoming, and it made it fun, and because everyone was so patient and was eager to teach. And I myself, I'm a good listener. I'm already very coachable. It just great. I'm like, let's go. This is awesome. So, and then the addiction begins. That's when it started.
Do you think somebody who is coachable and teachable has a fast track becoming a better player?
Yeah, 100%. As long as you're coachable, good listener, teachable, willing to do the work, 100% believe that you can go to the next level in anything in life in general.
And it goes back to the I mind, the mental side of things and we talked about it every week, is not only the physical attributes of, the game. Would you say it's probably more of a mental game than it is on the physical side?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I know that I'm no doctor or anything like that, but I've read on that for social media, right? That there's a great part of it that when you play a high intensity game or a fast paced game, your logic is you're building those neural pathways again that then will release the good type of chemistry in your brain, which is the happy chem. And so that's why we get this instant high per se, or this joy when we play pickleball. I definitely believe that it is a mental sport, 100%. And, I brought up about the I mind, mental health, because in this, we work to be better at pickleball. In life too, it's hard for us to open up and go ask for help. And it starts from there. If, like you mentioned to me, Mark, you had, a mentor at pickleball. And you were coachable, you were teachable, you learned a lot from him. And I forgot his name. What was his name?
Lloyd.
Lloyd, yeah. From that last dude, that was an amazing interview, bro. I mean, you find somebody like that. That's like your therapist here, bro. That's your counselor here. With that said, yeah, absolutely. And then next thing you achieve or you adapt his ways of thinking, and that instead of aggressively approaching the ball, you're much more controlled and disciplined. It's good to follow somebody's footsteps.
Probably knew Sal before he knew me because Sal knows a lot of people here. I would see people walk by and you kind of know of them, their name and stuff. You see him all the time, but he just has this calming effect when he walks around. Listen to him talk. He just has this very calming voice and this great positive aura around him. So I want to say thank you for that, because that's the kind of person you want around, somebody who's approachable, somebody who is inclusive to other people. And that's not just something you talk about, that's what you live. And that's a great quality to have.
Thank you.
Unless you're in a medal round of a tournament and you're losing your marbles on the court, and then you look over and Sal is leaning over the fence and he goes, "Mark, knock it the blank off." And I looked up and I swear, I did a 180. I was like, "Sir, yes, sir." I've never seen Sal. I don't think he's ever got that bad in his life. I don't know what I did that night, but that's the caring side of him. It wasn't like Sal was like, "Hey, don't be an ass. Make yourself like a jerk." Yeah. He was wanting to protect me from going to that park, because I am a competitor. I love this game and I can get too passionate but it was funny. You were gonna say, like,
that's the dad in him coming out.
Yeah,
right?
that was the care. That was and I appreciate that, because if I didn't know Sal, he'd probably be like, "Look at that dipshit over there," and just like let him get thrown out of here.
But what do you do to keep yourself grounded and positive all the time?
Dude, I go back to my beliefs, my faith, surrendering to a higher power. Yeah, that's my main source where I stay grounded, whether I take time off to praise and worship. Prayer for me is like the most crucial thing. I talk to him daily. Vince, how to approach life, in general, just having that, him as that spiritual friend that I can't even see, but knowing that he's there for me, it takes off all the worry, the anxiety, anything, that's the negative out of my life, And I don't know how to explain it, but bottom line is what they say. You need to have a relationship with God. I ask for
Unknown caller
of his love, his joy, his peace, and that word grace that's how much I see people. That I don't even see them anymore on their flaws, but I see them truthfully in their heart and the very soul that they have. And it sounds weird, but bro, that's who I am.
Right,
well, no, but that's the thing is, and this is not a show on a specific religion, because we have two different religions. I'm Jewish, but God created everybody. So if I go ahead and I start to critique Rob or Sal, then what I'm doing is I am judging his creation, his work.
Yes.
And Roberto said last week is he doesn't come to the courts here and preach.
Oh, yes, that's right. I love that. Oh, yeah.
And I said, yes, you do. And he was kind of like, what? And I said, because of how you build your partner up, how you never tear somebody down, how you are keeping them in the game while yourself in the game, because it is very easy to get down on yourself playing the game. Oh, I should have dinked that.
Right.
You know, why did I do that lob?
Right.
You know, I should have hit that backhand. Oh, that was your shot. And then all of a sudden, that game, the energy just changes. And
All right, a little bit more about pickleball. What's some advice that you would give to a new player who's starting to play pickleball?
If you're a newbie, I would suggest for you to be more open about talking to people. Don't be shy. If you find yourself standing around and waiting for a court, don't do that. I'd rather have you go and approach the person, especially if they're just playing singles and clearly that they're just kind of recreationally playing. Please, my advice is don't be shy. Approach them and say, hey, can I play with you? Going back to like kind of like going to a playground and you don't know them. It's exactly the same thing because this is our playground. Just go up and talk to them and make friends. It's as simple as that. That's how exactly this community is built. And you guys talked about that on your first podcast. Just to say hello at first and say, hey, do you want to play a game? I think Rob, you're amazing at and Mark, you know, like, hey.
I usually can force my way into situations pretty good. This is how authentic Sal is, because usually when you ask the question about what is some advice you give to a new player, someone would be like, tell them to dink the ball, tell them to drop the ball. And Sal comes out and says, go out there and make friends, talk to people on the court, get to know them. Like, that's just a tribute to who you are, right? Like, you're not just saying go out there and bang and freaking smash the ball at somebody or body bag somebody or dink. You're telling them, like, go make friends. You know?
I mean, I always go back to the first, feeling, when I was first introduced with pickleball. I don't know the game. So I prepared myself not to be so hard on myself, so I just, my mental state was, let me just go and have fun. And I really want to hit the ball hard because I want to get stressed out. Hit the ball freaking hard. I ain't never body bag anything. I'm talking about it went like home run.
Guilty
status,
of the body bag. I apologize.
But that's exactly how it starts. And then you go into the next step of things where it's like, okay, let me know the rules now, right? Then after the next step of the rules, it's like, how do I better my forehand? How do I better my backhand? There's steps, just like in mental health, again, in recovery, there's steps to be better, to be a better player. So my advice is just say, hey, have fun at first. If you want to take this serious, then start talking to people, the right people, of course, that you trust to guide you to either, to connect you based on their resources, for the right coach.
You had a tournament, and I love how you said that because you had a tournament where it was, what was it, a blind draw or what's it called?
Random partner mixer.
You had that tournament and there were some people there who haven't played for a while or never played at all. And this one lady, this older lady, she was like, oh my gosh, I haven't played pickleball for like 2 years, so on and so forth. I can't believe I'm out here and I'm so sorry for this shot. I'm so sorry for that shot. And I said, I'm glad that you're out here because there's a lot of people who sit at home and they go, I need to get out there, and they're thinking about it. And the old thing is they're getting ready to get going, get started tomorrow, provided the fact it's the right temperature, no wind, and they feel good. And then they don't do it. Then it's the next day. Yeah. And that lady, I said, no, man, you got out here. You just said, heck with it. She started to smile, and it had nothing to do with me. It had to do with the mentors around me, the community that has taught me that hey, listen, we're all out here together. The reality is that none of us came out here and we're sitting there playing and hitting these great shots or whatever it might be. We came out here, like you said, we were blasting them like a rocket ship. We couldn't dink or we couldn't do this. Yeah. And over time, like you said, we came out here. Then we started to figure out what paddle. Then we started to watch things on YouTube. And then all of a sudden, you'll see how quickly you progress. And again, I'm circling right back to the attitude, right back to the mindset that, you can do it. And don't be afraid. Because the hardest thing about learning how to play pickleball is thinking about it.
Exactly. And overthinking.
Right. The mental aspect for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. And, for me, honestly, that's why I love playing with beginners because it reminds me of where I started, and to see them with their eyes smiling. I mean, with their face smiling and eyes just kind of like, wow, like, bro, like I get, I get really like happy to see that, and it
Yeah.
humbles me. And then that's why like I love playing with beginners as well.
It gives you an opportunity playing with some new players to take some pressure off yourself too, right? Because
Yeah.
you can have fun and you're not out there trying to prove something. You can practice on some shots that you maybe want to work on,
Yes.
things like that.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, especially the things.
Yeah.
I get it too, like, oh, I want to play against people that are on my level and have these crazy battles. But at the same time, it's nice to welcome new people in and play with them. And you get to practice on maybe a skill that you don't get to practice in a game because you don't want to screw it up.
Yeah,
Correct. That's a good point, because if somebody's new, and ask questions, because for me, at least, I go to Rob, I ask you questions, and I'm open to you giving me feedback,
Yeah.
Sal as well. And it's like, if you have that mindset, they're going to want you to get on the court with them, because then Suki, I heard it from him too, that when you play with somebody who may be a newer player, you practice those shots. You may practice your 70% drive.
Right.
So again, we're tying this all back to pickleball,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
It all comes back to pickleball.
Yes. Absolutely.
Did Whispering Pines look like this
No,
in 2021?
absolutely
So let's
not.
talk a little bit about like
Absolutely
what,
not.
what has changed here.
So basically what happens is that all of this course behind us, right? It's 24 courts. We're all tennis
More courts.
and was recently converted about 2 years now, I believe. But yeah, it didn't look like this at all. Our courts, they were regular. I don't know if it was electrical tape that they put on the ground and a really flimsy net where it's like, oh my God, this is awful. But there were 2 tennis courts that were converted to 8 pickleball courts. And that's where we have all started.
This is probably one of the most impressive places that I've played at, and I get the joy of playing here weekly. I mean, I played off-site somewhere yesterday. I've never played before. 4 courts. 4 courts here is amazing.
It's amazing, yes.
They put on great events here too.
Absolutely.
Let's talk a little bit about Bola. How did Bola come to be?
When it all started, if you walk all the way down to the 21, 22, 22 isolated tennis courts there, those 2 were converted into a temporary pickleball. And how did Bola start, man, is that there was no fence. And every time, we accidentally hit the ball towards a different court, we normally just stop and we go, hey, can you get us that ball for me or pick a ball for me? Those words. Somebody had a great idea to condense it to just one word, and that's Bola. Every time the ball goes out of the course, we just basically holler, bola, 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 bola. And man, that's how it was. And bola is very universal. In our language, bola means ball. Spanish and other languages too, bola is ball. So
Where is it at today?
man, there's a lot of things that we have achieved throughout this year's, with Bola at Spring Pines. This is where it all started. And it's, I'm very proud of it because it's a Filipino-owned company. And I'm very proud of heritage. We had numerous leagues, events, tournaments that we have done here, and it really has an amazing platform, and it created that traction. When you step here at Whispering Pines right away, you'll see somebody wearing Bola. That's how much of a positive impact that we like to see, and there's definitely some changes there as when it comes to business, restructuring things. Now we are officially Bola Nation, and we are so looking forward for 2026 in the future, basically.
And it all started because a ball left the court.
Right.
Rolling down a different court.
How has Bola evolved from that ball going off the court, Bola, to forming a name Bola, to leagues? Like, can you walk us through from that stage to where Bola is today?
Yeah, absolutely. So it was created with the starting point of having a vision of, how pickleball is a humongous scale. And it stems from that vision, that owner. And shout out to Pat and also Nino too as well, the brains behind Bola and the creativity work of the graphic designs. Kudos to Nino. That's how it started. It all started with the leagues and tournaments here, and as it progressed to city acknowledging the traction that we have for the community,
The city, Port St. Lucie.
the Port St. Lucie, they actually converted all of this. The temporary 8 course was packed. I'm talking about every single night it was packed, and so that's how basically it started. So fast forward to now, a few years later, we have Bola SoCal, and
Wow.
Bola Virginia.
Okay.
And then we have, especially in the Philippines, Bola is huge there in the Philippines, in different parts in the Philippines.
So you're from 8 courts, right?
Yep.
Mayor of the city officials saw like
Eight
Oh my-
temporary.
8 temporary courts, and they saw you guys in what you were doing, your
And-
action,
Yes,
not talking, your actions
yeah.
taking it.
It's not just the Bola itself, but I mean other pickleball company too as well. The census of people attending every single night,
Uh-huh.
they saw the need.
The community. So the community, along with Bola
Yes.
and the city,
Mhm.
helped go from 8 courts temporary
Yep.
to this beautiful, like you said, established place where you can come play.
Yes.
And Bola has had leagues, tournaments, events.
Event.
And then it went to Virginia,
Yep.
SoCal.
SoCal. First.
SoCal, Files, Philippines.
Philippines is already there.
It's
That's-
huge. Okay. And now where's Bola today?
So, and I forgot our Trinidadians as well. So we have Bola out there in Trinidad.
Wow. But it doesn't stop there. What else is
Doesn't
going on?
stop. There's some areas too that's down the pipeline that I can't really discuss right
No,
now.
wait a second. Your shirt says Bola Nation.
That's so I'll cover that. So the reason that we have the renaming the actual company to Polar Nation is that it just didn't stop here with Green Pines. You see what I'm saying? It's nationwide now.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just amazing to have that. And we're not just also isolating the fact that we're just no, we're here also to collaborate too with other pickle companies such as Lincoln Dogs. And again, it's all for the community itself. Everyone has different characters and different cultural backgrounds, and that's what the community is. We're here to provide and serve the communities.
Bola Nation, anything? I know you can't kind of talk about some of the plans for it. Any teasers or anything that, without getting you in trouble, that are we talking 2026 in the first quarter, second half of the year, that we're going to start to see some things?
We're definitely going to start. One of the things that we want to make sure is that we have something to do for the community every single month. Bola is built by players, for players. We kind of strategize now that what is Bola Nation, we believe in the power of collective action, right? By fostering participation and leadership, when we enable every member to contribute to share progress. And that's the different levels from beginners to intermediate to advanced and pro, So I support Bola Nation because it's more than an organization. It's a movement for unity. We talked about that. Everybody's different walks of life. For me, it's definitely the cultural pride and the empowerment of positivity. The vision that we have now in 2020 is to think big. The most important thing is to have fun. Have fun with picking. Don't take it too serious, because there is a negative effect when you think negative when you're in the middle of a play. It
Right.
affects your game. Keep the two good values inside of yourself: the kindness, the willing to listen to, the willing to encourage your partner. And don't be discouraged if you miss a point or miss a ball. And that's where we're at. Yeah.
So as somebody who puts on tournaments myself too, I say that
Yeah.
when I put on a tournament, I don't call it a tournament when I talk to my wife about it, right? I say, we're putting on a show.
Go.
And
I like
if you guys have been to a Bola event, they put on a great show. Because as a player, you don't just come here and go play on a court in a tournament. That's not what the whole experience is about. The whole experience is about coming here and feeling the energy on and off the courts, and the announcements that are taking place, and the giveaways and the prizes and the sponsorships and all of it, how it comes together. So it's not just about getting out there and playing for a medal. There's a lot more to putting on a tournament, and you guys put on a great show. So thank you for that. Thanks for what you do for the community. It's a lot of fun when you come to one of their events.
And then yesterday, we did a charity event tournament, and that was in a different park, and man, it turned out very, very well, man. It was for the good cause, and it was for the answer to call of the board event, and it was just an amazing tournament because number one, we reached a high record of players that played there, and it was run smoothly, and it turned out a really amazing show. Like,
How many
come to
players
think about it,
were in the tournament?
a total was 160.
Wow. 60
It
players.
was a long day because remember, it's only one event. I mean, one Saturday. We started from, well, I'll just say 8 o'clock till like almost 8 o'clock at night. And
Wow.
ran that smoothly. Thank God.
To get back to like lighthearted things. So like, what your brother plays pickleball too, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's better than me.
So if you guys played a game of singles, who would win?
I would say if I played him after he had an amazing Filipino big meal, I can beat him. Egg rolls, talking about lechon. If you guys went to the actual show or the tournament yesterday, we had all of that.
Oh,
They
man.
took it a different level, bro. They have rice cookers. It was nuts. It was an actual,
Good
it's
night.
like a restaurant.
Oh,
So we're
great.
talking about like an experience, right? Not
Experience,
just the tournament. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they definitely catered extra yesterday, and it was cool.
So maybe we got a shot at putting you guys on the second edition if it happens of Talk is Cheap, and you guys can play a singles match against each other.
Oh.
Knowing my brother Mark, right? So before pickleball, we play very competitive just to each other, ping pong. And I got better. And I will take pride in this. I beat him on ping pong, man. And with him, I don't like playing with him. He knows placement, just like pickleball. But if you play Mark in table tennis, he will make you dance. And it's so funny because he makes fun of me because I just got like all over the place to try to get all his like, placements. But going back to pickleball, that on a good day, I could probably beat him. But I want to say that I will only probably score maybe 6 or 7.
Okay.
Yeah, that's humbling. I love you, Mark.
We're starting to wind down, right? Something we've been trying to do on the show as we get towards the end is just do a quick lightning round. So I'm going to shoot off 5 quick questions to you,
Gosh, okay.
and you just spit out answers.
Let's go.
What's your favorite paddle? Yeah. Favorite ball?
Franklin.
If you could be any animal, what would you be?
Yeah.
Panda.
Why?
Wow.
Why?
Because it's white, it's black, and it's Asian.
He didn't think of it, but he just pulled that out of the hat.
remember.
Favorite food?
Oh, Filipino food, hands down.
The coolest place you ever played pickleball?
We're wrapping up here, coming to an end. Every week, I'm so grateful and blessed.
Yeah.
To have an amazing co-host here with Rob and how this came together
Yes.
to meet. I mean, look at it. You see the chills right
Yes.
there?
His hairs are standing up.
To have this, I don't know why I'm getting so emotional.
It's my presence, bro.
No, look at this.
It's
You
the
saw
aura
the
hat.
goosebumps, man,
Yeah,
everything.
I do. Sorry for looking at your legs.
No, I did. I did
Sorry,
shave them.
sorry,
No,
sorry.
I shaved them the other day.
Me too. I
They're
got
all
some stubble
smooth. I
coming
got a
back.
couple stubbles because I shaved 2 days ago. But
Yes, I got a pedicure at 3.
Sorry,
Oh my God.
so what? And we appreciate your time because we know it's valuable, especially at 12 hours yesterday. What do you want to leave everybody on? How do you want to your experience so far on this show?
Yes. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to the Dogfather and Pizzle Mark here. I know in my heart, the motive behind this is a very good, positive state, especially when it comes to the pickleball community. I knew these guys, they were strangers. Now I feel like they're all my brothers. And so please follow them. They're doing an amazing thing here. It's very authentic. It's very organic, real. And I want to let you guys know that this is just the very beginning. And I really appreciate as a representative for Bola Nation in the pickleball community at iMind. Also for, I didn't even talk about my business, with income replacement specialists as a life insurance, licensed life insurance agent and annuities. That part to itself, I'm me as a caring person and my passion to help people, very receptive to things around me and all that.
Yeah.
You guys are the voice of the community. And that's why I'm here to support you guys, on behalf of Bola Nation as well, for this podcast and the upcoming stuff that you guys have.
Thank you for the kind words. I mean,
Yes, sir.
having these kind of people in the community makes it easy to want to do something like this. Sal, a man of faith, a man of action, a man of compassion. Some takeaways from me: be coachable, be humble. If you got something going on in your life, you don't need to do it alone. We got a community behind you. We got friends here. What started as just a paddle and a ball, your words, a paddle and a ball, has 8 temporary courts, has grown to this, a beautiful, thriving pickleball community, 24 courts that are overflowing on a nightly basis. A show that gets put on once a month by a different, company here or wherever for tournaments and leagues.
Yeah.
Live your dreams, right?
Well, it has been another successful podcast. Rob, in our usual fashion, take us home.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it. I'm Dog.
I'm Pizzle.
Peace out.
It's all good.
It's all good. That's all good.